What is up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru. Time for the breakdown every single week, Monday through Friday, every day in between. I take the top Nintendo stories of the day, talk about them, discuss them, break them down, give my opinions on them. So,
here we go.
Man, so I had this day all planned, right? I had this episode all planned, and I'll be honest, I was running into some brick walls. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about today. I didn't have much Nintendo news at all, but I was, I had enough to get an episode out, and I felt confident that episode would be good. And then I would say about 2 o'clock this afternoon, somewhere around there, my phone lights up from Ninmobile News. I follow them on Twitter. I slap the bell for them over there, so every tweet that they put out over there, the news comes across my desk, and I see it. And I had to double take today. Like, I looked at it, and I was like, that's... what? Like, no way. And I mean, at this point, it's not... I'm not breaking any news. By this point, if you're a Nintendo fan, you know that Reggie Fils-Aime has stepped down and retired from Nintendo of America as president of Nintendo of America. And man, I watched the video, and it's tough to watch. As a Nintendo fan, for as long as I've been a Nintendo fan, this is probably the second time this has really affected me of sorts. Iwata passing was a major one. This one's not as bad because he's not passing away. He's still around. He's still here. It just kind of stinks when you watch a guy that you've known for so many years. Or not known, because we don't know him, but we know of him, and we watch him, and we admire him, and we respect him. And it's like you watch this guy for so many years, and it's just like, he's out. He's gone. And it's like, wow, this is rough. This is crazy. This is crazy. So, I don't feel like I should report this, because I feel, not report it, but like, I don't feel like I should give you all the details and all that stuff. Like, I got a couple of notes written down. I'll just go over the bullet points that I have. Like, obviously, Doug Bowser will take over for Reggie come April. So you still have like a month and a half, give or take, until Reggie's finally gone. So when he came on the scene as president, I remember the first thing I thought was, man, I don't even know how to say his name. And then I thought, well, he won't be around long enough. I don't have to worry about remembering his name. Surprise, he was around for a very long time. And what I liked about Reggie was he didn't take himself too seriously. He was a true president of the people. Meaning, I remember watching videos of the Wii U launch and him walking the New York line before that launched and asking the people, like, hey, what games do you want to see on the Wii U? And I specifically remember watching that video, and the one game that stood out to me that somebody asked for was Fatal Frame. And I thought to myself, that's a weird game to tell you have all the games at your disposal, and you pick Fatal Frame to be the game that you want Nintendo to bring to the Wii U, and they did it. They did it. And it's like, I think to myself at times, I go like, that's such an obscure title that the only thing that could have happened is Reggie must have went back afterwards, watched that video, and was just like, was every game on here we need to make happen. We gotta try to make these games happen. Let's make a list and let's work through them.
Now's your chance to make requests from Reggie. What do you want on the Wii U?
I love Monster Hunter.
Monster coming?
Yes, I can't.
That's coming. What
Monster
else?
Hunter's coming.
Smash Bros.
Metroid.
Smash Brothers, Metroid,
I need another Fatal Frame game.
Fatal Frame.
Because Fatal Frame is a very obscure game to be like, we're going to put this on a non-selling console and make it happen. So it's things like that. When you hear things like that, it just goes like, man, this guy really cared about us as fans. Now, I know if you jump on the internet and you go on YouTube, there's other YouTubers out there screaming doom and gloom and acting like this is the worst thing in the world for Nintendo. All transitions take time. All transitions will work. But the thing of it is Doug Bowser has been around for a couple years now. He was at the launch of the Switch. He gave the first Switch to C&D. Now, don't get me wrong, that's not presidential duties. That's not presidential in terms of like helping the company, but it's PR stuff. So he's been around, and I only reference that because he's been around for a while, right? So he's been here for some time. The transitions should be smooth. You have Furukawa that just took over. You know, it feels like if you're going to make moves, now's the time to make the moves. The elders pushed the Switch out the door. It's going like a madman. It's going like wildfire. It's outselling all over the place. And I think now is the time, if you're going to transition to a new team across the board, this is the time. The thing of it is that, you know, as I'm watching some of the other YouTube videos, just to kind of get a finger on the pulse to see where some of these headlines are going and these stories are going, I just want to say this, like, the decisions necessarily of Nintendo aren't made by Nintendo of America. They're not made by Nintendo Europe. The decisions of this company are made in Japan. What Europe and North America do, those presidents will kind of go in and talk and say like, well, this is what our territories want. This is what our territories need. And this is what we want to try to do. And this is the way we want to try to direct the ship. But ultimate decisions ultimately all come from Japan. There's a lot of things that get done in Japan that, like, it's popular in Japan, so they feel like it should be popular across the world. And sometimes it takes these presidents to go, hey guys, we don't really need this. This isn't going to work for us. We need this instead. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it takes longer for them to listen. Sometimes it doesn't. But at the end of the day, what I feel like Reggie brought passion to the company, and to the fan base. He sparked imagination. He wasn't afraid to make a fool of himself and make us laugh and make us happy. And I look back over the E3s that he's done stuff and never afraid to make fun of himself to benefit and make us happy. And he never took himself too seriously. When times were tough and the Wii U was getting hammered and people had all the rights in the world to be disappointed in Nintendo and to look at them and go like, hey, why aren't you doing more? And here's Reggie fighting and clawing and doing everything he can, and he never got nasty. He never talked down to people. He always stayed optimistic. He always stayed focused, and he always talked from the heart. And he talked for us. He knew deep down what us as gamers wanted. And that's the part that I feel that I will miss the most. Not taking anything from Doug Bowser. Not taking anything at all. Don't like the fact that a Bowser is in charge of Nintendo.
You knew that stupid joke was coming. You knew at some point a dumb Bowser joke was going to come through here. Just ignore it. Just let it go. You got to give me my moment. Just give me my moment to be stupid. Please. Back to the regularly scheduled program.
But I feel like I'm not taking anything from Doug Bowser at all. We don't really know enough of him. We know a little bit. Like, I mean, the guy comes into Nintendo the first day, and he's basically saying like, "Here I am. My name's Doug Bowser, and I'm VP of Operations or whatever his exact official title was." But he's got Mario and Luigi tied up, like plushies tied up on his shelf and stuff. He's leaning into the name, and so I love that about this. You know, Iwata passing was a very tragic thing. He left us way too early. But in that we get Kimishima. And Kimishima just basically grabs that ship that was out of control and just corrects it. And goes, no, this is what we're doing. And he fixes it. And then he leaves. and we get Furukawa. And I was nervous when Kimishima left, but I thought, you know what? We got Reggie, Miyamoto's still around. We're okay. We're okay. And now the panic hits a lot of Nintendo fans right away. But we're okay. We'll be okay. Everything will be alright. Nintendo is going in such a positive direction right now that this is not going to kill them. But that said, I want to thank Reggie for all that he has done for us as Nintendo fans. It means the world to me that we had such a wonderful person in charge of this company and pushing us to success as a company and giving us fans the things that we wanted when we asked for them. That means so much to us. Seriously. You will be missed. We love you. Good luck with everything in your future, and hopefully your retired life is everything that you deserve and you'll be happy with. Thank you for everything, Reggie. And to Doug Bowser, good luck, congratulations, and we are ready to just rocket this ship and keep going forward with Nintendo. So, that is all. Thank you guys for watching today's episode of Nintendo Guru Daily. If you liked the video, please slap the like button down below. Share it with all your friends. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Real quickly, before you bow out, down in the comments below, just tell me your favorite thing about Reggie. That's what I want to know. Follow me, Instagram, Twitter, at Nintendo Gurus. That is all. Peace out, Preston.